Well, hello there everyone. Don't let the title fool you. This really is a special little 6040. It's quite heavy. The all-up package weight here is approximately, I think it's around about 90 kilos. At least it felt that way. And it's packaged really well. Double package them then. You know, there's less likelihood of any damage can be done to the packet, the item inside the package. So you can tell it's fairly heavy because I'm having a little bit of trouble here trying to get it off, but one person can do it. If I can do it, most people can, I think. So minimal tools to open the package. Just having to cut the steel band in there, and just an ordinary claw hammer and a bit of a Tommy bar, I think they used to be called. So it's a fairly easy process to undo the package if you have the correct tooling to do it. But I suppose you could use a hammer and screwdriver. The top comes off fairly easy. Now inside the package everything is wrapped up really well. It's actually strapped down to the base so it can't move. So give you a good look all around there. And everything is clean and dry. I'm sure a lot of you have maybe just noticed that, hey, the gantry's attached. This really is a plug and play unit. It is all intact. You don't have to bolt anything on anything. So now I'm just going through the different parts that come with it. Open the little toolbox there and show you there's the Z height tool setter, and a spare fuse, and what else have we got? USB cable, and that's for the coolant, and set of complementary cutters, and this is a set of 20 collets, all the way up to 12 millimeter, I think. 3mm is the smallest. This is the pump for the coolant. The larger pump for the coolant, to give it more pressure. This is the 4th axis. Now, this isn't a flimsy 4th axis. This is one. It's a really decent job. So it's not a toy one like normally is supplied with a 6040 or a 3040. This is not a toy. Now this is the electrical unit, and you'll note, when I get it the right way up, this is actually aircraft quality. This is an aluminium case. And of course all aircraft quality connectors as well. So this is me and my mate Steve lifting it out, and it is definitely a 2-person lift. It's about 60 kilograms, which is, oh look, about 120 pounds, thereabouts. There's a lot of metal in this. Well, there she is. Now this, without a doubt, is the Rolls Royce of 60/40 CNC machines. No one builds a 60/40 CNC machine at this price in this way. It is solid. Just to give you some idea of how solid it is, this is cast aluminium, machined. Now this also is aluminium, and it is 20 millimeters, or there we go, what's that, just over 3/4 of an inch plate aluminium. Now that is what this entire machine is made of. I don't think people really believed me when I showed them in the other video. Look, 20 millimeter, 3/4 of an inch. It's just over 3/4 of an inch, I think, you'll find. That's the back plate there, chassis. There's a chassis member here. This is aluminium angle secured to this. And you have a linear rail there with solid aluminium base. This is solid hardened steel bar. This also mounted in here, this clamping collar as well, which is attached to this. So all this is solid, no flex. It's the same everywhere. So that's what these caps are for on here. A lot of people actually didn't believe that it was linear rails. Well, as you can see in there, I hope you can see in there, it is linear round rail. So this plug here, this is where the calibrating tester goes, or the little unit that you put on here to it's the touch-off probe for the tool, for the Z height. Everything about this machine has been over-engineered by a factor of about 10, I think. This is an LED light, so you can, I always like good light, so I had them put a LED light on as well. This is the upgrade to the 2.2 kilowatt. This is the coolant tank, which I advise everybody to get. Actually, at the moment it's a $95 upgrade, and that includes the entire coolant system with it, and it's well worth the price. It all adds rigidity to the whole machine. So the gantry is very, very strong, taking out all the flex, or as much as the flex. So there's a bit of a look around it. I think you can pick up there how thick these are. This is not the standard type of bed that you will get on anything else that's this size of 60/40. Now then, this umbilical cord, let me just change the camera around here. Okay, so here's a look around the back, and it's much of the same. Very, very strongly built. All axes have proximity sensors. There's one there for the X, there's one down there for the Y, and there's one hidden inside here for the Z, of which there's a little screw back in there that you can adjust up and down to actually fully adjust it. as indeed you can adjust all of them. Now the umbilical cord, now I've seen lots of people on the internet, they do complain about, oh, the leads are too short. Well, I think we've solved that. Now that is a standard length. That is 5 feet from where you see it come out of the box section there. It's 5 feet long. These of course are the coolant. The orange one is for the tool coolant, and the blue pair here, this is feed and return to the spindle, and I'll show you how to connect that up a little bit later. This here is the drain back to the coolant pump or tank. That would be for the flood coolant. If you're cutting aluminium, brass, copper, soft metals, and stone. There's a view from the back. You'll notice that on each axis it has, on the end of the ball screws, it has, let me just spin around. On the end of each axis you'll find that it has an adjustment wheel that you can actually manually operate each axis if you desire to. There has been occasions where I need to, on my larger machine over there, and my other machines as well, that I've wanted to manually operate them. So I asked for this to be so on this machine, and there it is. So I think you'll agree that it's a solid looking machine, because it is. This, ladies and gentlemen, is 6040 CNC router. This is the Rolls-Royce of 6040 CNC routers. And this little machine will do everything that that machine will do, given the size it is, providing you can get it under the gantry, it'll machine it. And it won't do hard materials, it won't machine it as fast as the larger machine, but it'll still machine it. It'll make a very good job of it.